Hi students, good morning. I hope you all are fine. Let's start our today's class. That is, in our last class, I said I will start a new chapter in this next class. Yes? So, all are ready to move to the second unit? Okay, let's move to the second chapter, algebra. Okay. So what do you mean by algebra? This is in the from lower class onwards you are studying in 9th standard, 10th standard. You are studying the same chapter algebra. Okay. So in 10th standard in algebra, how to find a GCD of polynomial, how to find the LCM of polynomial, how we will factorize a quadratic equation is how we will draw a graph for the quadratic equation, how we will solve by using elimination, substitution, cross multiplication, square root, everything you have learned in the last year, is it right? So this year your algebra is somewhat it is different. Okay, so first we are going to learn partial fractions. Okay, so it's a new word for you, partial fractions. Yes, so first I will explain that is what is algebra. So algebra is a major component of mathematics that is used to unify mathematics concept. Okay, sometimes they will ask, okay, because of that we each and every line in 11th grade book it's important. Okay, so unify mathematics concept, okay, that is used. What's the use of algebra? Algebra is used to unify mathematics concept. Okay, then one more thing is very important. Who is the father of algebra? Last year you have learned Al-Khwarizmi is the father of algebra. Okay, so next we move to, okay, next one is rational expression. Okay, we are going to learn what's the meaning of rational expressions. So an expression is in the form of p of x divided by q of x. Okay, so p of x means it is one of the polynomial, maybe a naught x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus etc plus an, that is one polynomial, divided by b naught x power m plus b1 x power m minus 1 plus etc plus x up to bm. Q of x is not equal to 0. We will say it's the rational algebraic expression. Okay, rational algebraic expression. So now you know what's the form of expression. What's the form of algebraic rational expression? How it will be? P of x divided by simple one rational number, say how it will be? It's in the form of p by q, q not equal to 0. Here rational algebraic expression, that means p of x it's one polynomial divided by q of x one polynomial of any degree. Okay, so where q of x not equal to 0. Understand the difference between rational numbers and rational expression. So rational number means it's in the form of p by q, q not equal to 0. Okay, but rational expression means it's in the form of p of x divided by q of x, that q of x value not equal to 0. This is a rational expression. Understand? So in this we are going to learn proper and improper rational expression. So what's the meaning of proper rational? Already you know, is it right? Proper, improper fraction is, proper fraction means what will you say? The numerator value is less than the denominator value means we will say it's a proper rational expression. So numerator value is less than the denominator. Okay, so denominator must be higher, then we will say it's a proper. If the numerator value is greater than the denominator, then you will say it's an improper rational fraction. Have you got it? So numerator value is less than the denominator means we will say it's a proper. Numerator value is greater than the denominator means we will say it's a, okay, understand all of you? So now let's move to partial fraction. This is our topic. Okay, so these are the major things you have learned already. So this one is very important. This only we are going to learn. What do you mean by partial expression? We can express the sum or difference of the two rational expression. That is, I am taking one rational expression as 3 by x minus 1 and another one rational expression as 2 by x minus 2. Okay, so we can write this as plus or minus. Okay. So when you are writing like this is partial expression, understand? So if one rational expression maybe this is equal to 5x minus 8 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 means we will split into 2, that's all. Okay, so this is one rational expression, we will split as into 2 by the sum or difference. Okay, here I sum is, so by the sum or the difference we will split it. So this is partial fraction. So when you are doing the problem, you will understand what you mean by partial fraction. The definition is in your book. Go through. Process of writing a rational expression as a sum or difference of two or more simple rational expression is called splitting up into partial fraction. Sometimes they can ask, what's the meaning? Process of writing. That is, this is one rational expression. Process of writing a single rational expression as a sum or difference. Okay, now we have wrote as sum. Okay, what do you mean by partial fractions? What do you mean by partial fractions? Process of writing a single rational expression as a sum or difference of two or more. Okay, two or more. Now I have wrote a rational expression as a sum of 2 is sum of 2 or more also you can write. Okay, or difference of 2 or more. So that is splitting up into partial fractions. Okay, so here in this chapter, first section, we are going to learn partial fraction. There are 3 types we are going to learn. Okay, so first type is denominator contains non-repeated value. Okay, that is non-repeated linear factors. This is the first type. What's the first type? Denominator contains non-repeated linear factors. Okay, denominator contains non-repeated linear factors. So what's the meaning? That is, this is a denominator. Is it right? This is a denominator. Whether any term is repeating here? No. Here it is x minus 1. Here it is x minus 2. So that is type number 1. Okay. So first type means we will split as a by plus b by. Okay. That's the concept. So let's move to the question. Example 2.1. We will solve by using type 1. Okay. The question is example 2.1. Find the values of a and b if 1 by x square minus 1 is equal to a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1. Solution. Okay. So in this question, in your question itself, they split. How they split? 1 by x square minus 1 is equal to a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus x plus 1. In your question itself, they split is 2. Okay. So no problem. Easily you can do. Okay. So that is, first I am taking. Let 1 by x square minus 1 is equal to a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1. Okay. So next I will explain how we will find this a and b value. For that, what will you do means multiplying x minus 1, x plus 1 on both sides. What's the first step? What's the first step, ma? We will multiply x minus 1 and x plus 1. This is the denominator value. Is it right? On both sides. Not only one side. We will multiply both sides by x minus 1 and x plus 1. Shall we multiply? 1 by x square minus 1 is into x minus 1 into x plus 1 is equal to a by x minus 1 into x minus 1 into x plus 1 plus b by x minus plus 1 into x minus 1 into x plus 1. Okay. So this x square minus 1, if you split it, x plus 1 into x minus 1. So this term, everything will get cancelled. So here x minus 1, here x plus 1, x plus 1. So what's the balance? 1 is equal to a into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 1. Understand? Take it as equation number 1. Have you got it? What do you need to do? Multiply both sides, x minus 1 and x plus 1. So some terms will get cancelled. The balance is this one. Understand? Now you need to find the value of a and b. How will you find the value of a and b here? You need to make anything as 0. If I am making this x as 0, sorry, this one as 0 means you can substitute for x any value to make anything 0. If I am substituting 1 here, what will happen? 1 minus 1, 0. So b will get 0. Yes. So you will get the a value. Then if I am substituting for x as minus 1, what will happen? A value will become 0. You will get the b value. From that you can find the a and b value. Okay. So any value you can substitute. Now I am put x is equal to 1. Equation 1 I am substituting. So what will happen? 1 is equal to a into 1 plus 1 plus b into 1 minus 1. Okay. So 1 is equal to 1 plus 1 means 2a plus b into 1 minus 1 means plus 0. So how much you will get? 2a is equal to 1. A is equal to 1 by 2. Now you got the value of a. Then next what will you do? Now you got the value of a. You need to make a as 0. For that what will you do? Put x is equal to minus 1. Substitute in equation number 1. So what will happen? 1 is equal to a into minus 1 plus 1 plus b into minus 1 minus 1. Okay. So 1 is equal to what will happen? A into this one means 0 plus b into minus 1 minus means minus 2. So minus 2b is equal to 1. So b is equal to how much you will get? Minus 1 by 2. Listen here students, in this problem they asked only a and b value. Okay ma? So we will stop here, a and b value. If they not asked a and b value means we need to substitute this in the given equation and you want to conclude the answer. Have you got it? This is the first type, that is denominator value non-repeating. Non-repeated means how will you split? A by b by. Okay. If there is 3 factors, we will split as a by b by c by. Okay. Understand? This is a first model. Understand? I hope you got good idea. Yes, very easy. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Example 2.2. Are you ready? Okay. Example 2.2. Question is resolve into partial fractions. 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay. So resolve into partial fraction. 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay. Have you got? So solution. Okay. What we can do here? 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay. So here we need to factorize the denominator first. Okay. We need to factorize the denominator first. Factorize 6 here minus 5. What are the factors? 3, 2. Both also minus. Okay. Now write down 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to, how we will split? A by x minus 3, another one plus b by x minus 2. Understand? What you will do? A by x minus 3 plus b by x minus 2. Okay. So now what will you do? Same as last one. Multiply both sides. Let us take this as 1. Okay. Both sides of 1 by what are the factors? X minus 3 and x minus 2. Okay. Shall we multiply? So what will happen? 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6 into x minus 3 into x minus 2 is equal to a by x minus 3 into x minus 3 into x minus 2 plus b by x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 2. Understand? So if you factorize this and this, everything will get cancelled. One more step if you need, you can write it. You make it as factors and afterwards you can cancel. It is no problem. Mind calculation itself you can cancel. So this everything will get cancelled. What's the balance? 7x minus 1 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 3. Okay. Now what I said already, this is equation number 2. Okay. So which value if I substitute means I will make any a or b as 0. So what value we can substitute here? Say if you substitute 2 here, this will become 0. If you substitute 3 here, this will become 0. So first we can substitute, put x is equal to 2. So what will happen? 7x minus 1 is equal to a into 2 minus 2 plus b into 2 minus 3. So there also, okay, 7 into 2. 7 into 2 is 14. 14 minus 1 is 13. A into 0. Is it right? Then plus b into minus 1. So how much will get? Minus b is equal to 13, which implies b is equal to minus 13. Understand? Then next what will you do? Put x is equal to 3. Substitute there in equation number 2. Substitute there. What will happen? 7 into 3 minus 1 is equal to a into 3 minus 2 plus b into 3 minus 3. So 7 into 3 means 21 minus 1. That is 20 is equal to a value. What's a value? A into 1. That is 0. So a equal to 20. Understand, no? Now we have found out both a value and b value. Understand? So what can you do? We can substitute there. Okay. Last problem they asked only to find out the value of a and b. So no problem, we stopped here. Okay. But here in this question they asked you to resolve into partial fraction. So in equation number 1 you need to substitute. Okay. Equation number 1 implies 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to, what's the a value? 20 divided by x minus 3 minus or plus? Minus, is it right? Minus 13 divided by b for minus 13. So minus 13 divided by x minus 2. This is a required answer. Got it? Very easy, is it right? So a and b value, if you are substituting for x value, which value if you substitute means that particular a or b will become 0. You need to find out the a value and b value and substitute it. Okay, this is type. Understand? So one more question is there. If you are doing one more example, you will get good idea in this first step. Understand? Next example 2.3. Resolve into partial fractions. X plus 4 divided by x square minus 4 into x plus 4. Okay. So here solution. What are the three factors here? Here there are three factors. So first you need to simplify this as x plus 4 divided by x square minus 4 into x plus 1 is equal to x plus 4 divided by, this one how will you write? A square minus b square. Yes, 4 we can write as x square minus 2 square x plus 1. Next step, how you can simplify? X plus 4 divided by a plus b into a minus b. We got it? So what I did? We need to make this as a factor. So x square minus 4 means a square minus b square, correct? So a plus b into a minus b. So x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1, correct? So here how many factors are there? 3 factors, is it right? So a by x plus 2, then b by x minus 2, then plus c by x plus 1. Okay, understand? So he need to find 3 values here, a value, b value and c value. So first what will you do? Multiplying this one you take as 1. Both sides of 1 by 1 by x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 1. Okay, substitute here. So x plus 4 divided by x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1 into x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to a by x plus 2 into x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. Then plus b by x minus 2 into x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. Then plus c by x plus 1 into x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. Okay. Understand? So what are the terms? This 3 will get cancelled. X plus 2, x plus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2, x plus 1, x plus 1. So what are the balance here? X plus 4 is equal to a into x minus 2, x plus 1, then plus b into x plus 2 into x plus 1 plus c into x plus 2 into x minus 2. Okay. Now this one you take as equation number 2. Understand? Okay. What are the values if we substitute? Means this will become 0. Shall we substitute? Put x equal to 2 first. So what will happen? 2 plus 4 is equal to a into 2 minus 2, 2 plus 1 plus b into 2 plus 2, 2 plus 1 plus c into 2 plus 2, 2 minus 2. Keep it in mind, children, this one will become 0, this one will become 0, this whole term will become 0, correct? So what will happen? 6 is equal to b into 4 into 3. 4 3s are 12, is it right? So 12b is equal to 6. So b equal to 6 by 12. So b is equal to 1 by 2. Now you got the answer as b equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So next if we substitute minus 2, what will happen? This term and this term will get 0. Yes. So we can substitute minus 2. So that's what we can put x equal to minus 2. Substitute in equation number 2. X plus 4 is it right? That is minus 2 plus 4 is equal to a into minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 1 plus b into minus 2 plus 2 minus 2 plus 1 plus c into minus 2 plus 2 minus 2 plus 2 minus 2 minus 2. So what are the terms? Will get 0 here. This and this it will get 0. So what's the balance? 2 is equal to a into minus 4 minus 1. So 2 is equal to minus into minus plus 4a. So 4a equal to 2 means a is equal to 2 by 4. A is equal to 1 by 2. Understand? Okay. Next one more value we need to find, that is c. Okay. Shall we put x equal to which value? If you put means you will get c as value minus 1 is c is equal to minus 1. So substitute in equation number 2. Minus 1 plus 4 is equal to a into minus 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 1 plus b into minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 plus 1 plus c into minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 minus 2. Okay. So what will happen? This term will 0, this term will be 0. So 3 is equal to c into 1 minus 3. Now c is equal to minus 3c. Okay. So c equal to minus 1. Now what's the a value ma? A equal to 1 by 2. What's the b value got? What's the b value? B equal to 1 by 2. Correct? B equal to how much? Okay, B b equal to 1 by 2, correct? b equal to 1 by 2, c equal to minus 1. Substitute everything in equation number 1. So what will happen? X plus 4 divided by x square minus 4 into x plus 1 is equal to a value 1 by 2, is it right? So 1 by 2 into, oh, so what you have chosen, like that want to write. So 1 by 2 into x plus 2, then plus b value 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into x minus 2 minus 1 divided by x plus 1. Okay, so this is answer. Have you got it? I hope you got good idea in type 1. Okay children, so substitute a value, b value and c value. This is resolving into partial fraction. So first section all the examples over, listen. So next we will move to the next type. Our next type is denominator contains linear factors repeated n times. So today what you learn? Denominator contains non-repeated. So in the denominator there is no term, it is not at all repeating. So next class we will learn denominator contain repeated. So if the denominator contain repeated terms means how we will resolve. Understand? So that one we will learn in the next class. Before that, all of you take down your homeworks first. Exercise 2.1. Problem number 1 is your homework. Problem number 1 is a homework. So what will you do? Denominator we will factorize. You will get 2 factors and you need to do. Then problem number 2 is your homework. They are already factorized and gave. Okay. So that's your homework. Next, problem number 4 is your homework. What will you do for problem number 4? 1 by x square minus 1 is there, is it right? So we will split as 1 by x square minus 1 square. So 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 1. Understand? Then will you do? So what's your homework? Problem number 1, 2 and 4. Take down your homeworks please. Exercise 2.1. Problem number 1, 2 and 4 is your homework. Same as this examples. Students, very important section. Always they will ask 1 5 mark or 1 3 mark from this section. So don't leave it. Very easy. Yes, very easy, is it right? So you can do. So practice it. Take down your classworks. The 3 examples you take down. When you are writing the classwork, put the heading algebra, put the side heading partial fractions, and I explained the partial fractions for 2 lines, the definition in your book. That one you take to your note. This is the 2 lines you need to take to your note. Afterwards, denominator contains non-repeated linear factors. Like that, you put the side heading. Directly you come to example 2.1. Afterwards, example 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3 you copy down. And afterwards, what you need to do? You need to do the home assignments and wait for the next class. In the next class, we will start denominator contains repeated terms. So how we will resolve. Understand? 2 more types are there. So next class we will do the second type. Understand children? I hope you all understand today's class. I hope you all completed the classworks as well as homeworks for the first unit and you completed and you I hope you learnt. Okay. So this one also you start to learn. Take down everything to your classwork. Okay students, we will meet in the next class with a new topic. Be safe.